Hello everyone, welcome to another live stream. So today, what we will be doing, excuse me, let me pull up the chat, sorry about that, my fault. Let me know if you can hear me or not. So today we're going to be recoloring some old drawings of mine, mainly just because I carry these drawings with me to conventions, and they're a little outdated, so I don't really like how they look currently. And we'll go through this once I pull up the chat. Okay. So Bunny and Token Knight, welcome to the chat. My coffee out of the way. So these are they range from 2014 to recent. So you can see a big fluctuation in regards to my coloring and my line art style. Let me scoot this over, make sure everything looks good. My desk is a mess right now. I actually am going to go to San Francisco, California tomorrow for the Cherry Blossom Festival. I'm selling some artwork there. So yeah, a lot of this stuff goes back all the way to like 2014, and they can all use a little bit of a touch-up. I carry this around with me and I try to sell them at conventions, but they're not selling. So what I'm going to do is recolor them, fill in some gaps, so you can see this goes all the way back to 2015, and you could, yeah, they just don't look that optimal. I don't even want to do this one, it looks ugly. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Yeah, I know in the last live stream my voice was very muffled because I was like, the gain on my microphone was a little too high. By the way, all of these are for sale if any of you are interested. I will give you a YouTube viewer discount. Just email me if you're interested in buying any of these. Is my voice clear, or does it sound like muffled, like too close to the microphone? Hey, Dark Silver Wolf, Silver Tooth, Denami, Daniel. Hey, Daniel. What's up? Flynn, Draw Poke. Yeah, I am excited about tomorrow and the Cherry Blossom Festival going on. So, in regards to my coloring, one thing that I know I was very weak with back in the day was finding my shadows. So, like, I would go a little too light, like I was kind of too scared to go in with the darker colors, but not anymore, so we're going to fix that. I've never been to the Cherry Blossom Festival in San Francisco. I hear it's crazy, like crazy busy. I've looked up pictures of it, but I'm very excited to see what it's going to be like. See, the light's coming this way. There should be a pretty heavy cast shadow right there. Oh, yeah. Don't be scared to go dark with your markers, especially with these Copics, because you can always go back and fix it. That Rhyperior, yeah, we are going to touch that up today. If you're interested in the Rhyperior, again, just let me know. Email me, Facebook me, message me on here, Instagram message me, and just remind me who you are on here, and then I'll give you the YouTube discount. There's also a possibility that we're going to screw some of these up by putting too much into them. I don't think that's likely, but there's always that chance. So in the off chance that oh, whoops. Oh, shit. Okay. So in the off chance that I mess one of these up, I warned you ahead of time. You can't draw humans. I'd say humans are like one of the harder things to draw. You know why? It's hard to draw humans because you know what a human looks like. You know what they look like, so if you mess up something in the human design, your eyeball will catch it. So that's why when people draw humans, they're very like over judgmental about how they do it, because you know what a human looks like, and if you don't do it properly, you automatically know that you screwed up. That's where that comes from. Like, I don't like her face is really stretched out here, so I'm gonna see if I can adjust that by thickening up some line work. Well, if you're serious about buying, again, just let me know. I haven't done the Overwatch picture yet. I'm trying to plot it out. I'm working on it, definitely. I don't think I'm going to live stream it. I am plotting it out with pencil first, because I want to do it with inks. I want to do it with Copics. I don't want to do it all digital, because I just like how it looks with Copics better. So I'm trying to plot it out, but I can't get everything to fit in the size paper that I want. And it's been like 3 days, and I can't get it to work, so it's in progress right now. The Overwatch drawing, that is. But it's happening. Oh, you bet your ass that that's happening. How many drawings am I going to touch up? I think we're going to go around maybe 10. 10 to 15 we're going to be touching up today. Some of them require a lot more touching up. Something like this, not really. Something like this is very light. We're just finding the shadows. And by the way, anytime I'm live streaming, if you guys have any questions about like what I'm doing in regards to the drawing, technique-wise, or like thought process-wise, or anything like that, feel free to go ahead and ask me, because I love talking about that stuff. Alright, so we're going to try to widen the face out. So to widen her face out, because it's very stretched upwards, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to expand by thickening the line work on her face. That should widen her face out just a little bit, or give the appearance that it's wider. And then when I get close to the bottom, I'll go right here. This looks a little better. Looks a little better. Bring her eyes down a little bit. She's looking very Asian in this picture. I used to, when I draw characters, even today, often I used to just slant them like way upwards, like up like that. But now I'm starting to actually get like a realistic curve along the sphere of the eye. Phone over. Do you have any tips on how to do lighting and shading better? So for your shading, there's a lot of things that will go into how well your shading will go into a picture. One is you have to understand lighting and shading. So I talk about this all the time. You know that picture of it's a little sphere? It's like a little ball, and it has all the different shading parts to it. Look at that and study that, because you could pretty much apply that logic to hold on, I need to turn the autofocus off on my camera. You take that sphere, you could apply that shading logic to pretty much everything that you draw. Give me a second, I have to change the settings on my camera real quick. Okay, I'm back. No, it's a full bodysuit, and I know, like, so a traditional thing that comic books do, just they essentially draw all their characters naked and then put the suit over them, right? And you know, back again, this is from 2015, so this is a bit of an older picture. These days I would never have drawn the suit like this around her boob, because then it's almost like conforming to her breast, which wouldn't really happen in real life, right? Like there would be like material like right here, so you can tell this is a bit of an older drawing. We're just gonna leave it because that's the style that is already put into the drawing, and I can't really change that. No, get that picture of the ball, print it out or something, and just have it next to you. Just keep it with you all the time. Just fold it up, put it in your wallet, and then anytime you're sketching, you're like, huh, what's this supposed to look like? Pull it out. And then, okay, so you need to have a good understanding of that, and that's like half the battle right there. Now, in order to get like a nice shade to your product, you need to know how to use whatever tools you choose to use. If you're using Prismacolor pencils, you got to really practice with that. If you're using Copic markers like I am, you have to really practice with that. So to get that look that you want, like a really good gradual fade, you have to learn how to use whatever tool you choose. So understand the lighting and then learn the tool that you use. Those are really like the two ultimate pieces of advice I can give for that. Shading a little bit darker. Just trying to see what else could be fixed up, like jazzed up a little bit. For the most part, I think this one is serviceable. This one is good. I just know her hair was like very, very light, and I I kind of want to flatten out the suit a little bit because it's looking very shiny, but I kind of don't want to because it does look pretty good, like the style of it. We'll set this one aside for now. I'll let it cook. I'll let this one cook, and then we'll come back to it at the very end. So I'll put you away. Now this one, this Supergirl, I had touched up once before already, but it can use a little more work. So let's see what we can do with it. Yeah. One thing I'm very not happy about is the hair, and just everything about her looks really flat. So I'm gonna see if I can do anything like to the fabric to kind of just push it out. This pen's too thick. Let's move down. Move down to it too. The question is, would I do commissions for portraits, animals, and people characters? I do commissions for everything. There is nothing that is off the table when I do commissions. See, her smile here really bothers me, but I'm almost at that point where I can't really do anything about it. So her facial expression is fine, but it's not like optimal. That's not what I would have her do now, but can't change it. So this is from 2014. We'll add a bit of line weight to it. I don't know, you a goddamn thing. Oh, by the way, if any of the winners from my giveaway are in the chat, your packages were sent out yesterday. Or the day before, or whatever day it is today. The point is, they've been sent out. Yeah, Bunny, I've done a lot of not safe for work. Plenty of it. I told you guys about the other YouTube channel I used to have. I know I've mentioned it on a stream. I know I've mentioned it before, but I don't think everyone was here when I talked about it. I used to have a YouTube channel where I would draw. The YouTube channel was called Hentai Heart, and I used to draw very popular anime characters, but I would just draw them nude. It wasn't anything sexual, like they weren't doing anything gross or anything. It was just I was getting better with anatomy, so I would just take that character and essentially just draw like a naked person, and then I'd put like parts of their outfit or their uniform or their armor on it, and it looked really cool. It was really fun. But then fucking YouTube took it down. Like, they took my whole channel down, and I was like, what? Well, they didn't. They hit me with strikes on the channel. They didn't shut the channel down. They hit me with strikes on the channel. So I decided it's not worth investing time in it if they're just going to shut it down eventually. So I used to have a whole friggin' YouTube channel where I did that stuff. Hey, Dark, don't worry about it. Like, what kinds of... Alright, Dark, what kinds of things do you like to draw? Just curious. All right, here's a general question for the chat. What kinds of things do you guys like to draw? I'm not asking what you think you're good at drawing. I'm asking what you like to draw. Big difference. Big, big difference. Because I like drawing cars. I suck at drawing cars. But I like it. Oh, by the way, I just watched the last episode of Iron Fist today. Totally unrelated. I watched the last episode of Iron Fist today. That show sucked. No, my 24-hour live stream, it got stuck. YouTube never finished processing it. It just got stuck. I think it's because I live streamed at 1080p for 24 hours. If you live stream on YouTube, the higher quality your video is, the longer it takes to render out. And if you go like too high for too long, it can take a long time. Like I had a live stream of the Pokemon Fusion, and I broadcast that at 1080p. It took 9 hours for that, and that I believe that video was only like 6 hours long, and it still like had issues. So that video is lost. My 24-hour stream is lost. Dragons, roses, mixed animals, people. Hey, Sophie. Oh, animate, right. Trying to add some life to this drawing. Jeez, it's so stiff. So dead. Again, all of these drawings are available for purchase. Just hit me up. Email, Instagram, Facebook. So for coloring hair, especially to get that anime look, like what I did with that Persona 5 drawing, I don't know if you saw that. You want to section off the hair. That way it's easier to color them in individual sections rather than like one large chunk. Hey, move. So, I had a conversation during a live stream the other day with one of my friends here, and we were talking about doing YouTube tutorials, and I said I don't want to make YouTube tutorials because I feel like I don't have the experience to do that. Like, I don't want to give misinformation out. But then he hit me with a bomb. Like, he was all like, well, maybe people just want to see how you do. And I was like, I never even considered that. I never even thought about it, that some people might just like, in particular, what I do. So that got me rethinking about, should I make tutorials? Should I, just go and do it? Anyway, that was just something interesting that came across my mind. I had a conversation with Mr. Yugi Mation. Manga. Animation is like super hard. It's super hard, it's super time consuming, and it's so underappreciated. See how I'm sectioning off the hair into, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm sectioning off the hair into different chunks. It'll be easier to color it in when you do that. Because when I left it as one big piece and you have to color it in as one giant piece, it just gets kind of difficult and a little, what's the word? It becomes difficult to manage. There you go. I was going to say unmanageable, but just difficult to manage. I don't care if people steal my style. If I were to make a tutorial, that's kind of what you would want, right? As long as they're not stealing your artwork, I mean... Looking... You should want to share your knowledge. Yeah, you should want to share your knowledge. Okay. We'll start with the hair, and we'll move our way. I don't know if this would be too dark. I think that would be a little dark. Yeah, there are very few pieces of animation that I watch that I don't enjoy, as long as I can tell that there was a lot of work put into it. Most of the time I just appreciate animation for the work that's put into it. Because the ink on this is so old, it's acting weird. Oops, fuck. I mean, totally meant to do that. What do you mean if you clump the hair? Are you talking about what I'm doing now? If you break it into pieces like this, like what I'm doing, won't it look weird? Not to me. It makes it more manageable to color. Ah, shoot. I mean, hooray. I get to use the white pen. Just have happy accidents. Hey, Wavy. So my birthday is next week. Fucking old, man. Scribble Netty. I don't know. I don't really watch a lot of YouTube artists anymore. I'm too focused on my own shit. Like, I used to just be subscribed to a bunch of them, just watch them, be like, yeah, I'm gonna take what you said, I'm gonna apply it, and I'm just like, these days, I'm like, I got too much shit going on, I ain't got time to watch old videos. Now, if it's like a speed paint, and it's something interesting, like that, I might sit down and play it in the background, but I don't sit down and watch it anymore like I used to. That's good, Bunny. You should always be your own #1 fan. You know who I like? Fran. I forgot what her last name is, but she makes really good art videos. YouTube art videos. I'm gonna George Lucas the shit out of these drawings. Yeah, I like Bob Ross. My cousin used to watch him all the time. Oh man. Didn't you hear me make the happy accident reference earlier? Just make happy accidents. You can have extremely mediocre line work, but if your coloring is good, you can save a whole drawing. Mine's the other way around. Very good line work. Do my best to stay on top of the coloring. Yeah, you should, Hey, Harriet. It's gonna be hard, to call you Espeon because... because your name's not Espeon anymore. And her shirt would not be highly reflective because it's cotton. Portraits of my fans. I mean, I could. I was doing that for a while back in the day, but people stopped sending pictures, so I stopped doing it. You don't need Copics to color your work. You can color it with anything. You can take a regular pencil and start shading it. I mean, you may as well just get your pencil and start shading it now, because if you plan to keep drawing, eventually you're going to get Copics if that's where you want to go. So by the time, okay, look, if you don't start coloring now, by the time you get to your Copics, you're not going to know what you're doing. So then you're going to have to spend even more time practicing. So you may as well just shade or color with your pencil, and then when you get Copics, you'll already be good. You know what I'm saying? Yada mean. Don't use not having the tools as an excuse to not color. Fucking color with a crayon. See ya. I used to know, well, I do know an artist. We're not really friends anymore. It was around the time when I started drawing. His name was Mike. Mike, I'm throwing mad shade at you right now by calling you out your name. He wasn't very good. Well, neither of us were very good back then. I haven't really kept up with his artwork, so I don't know. He could be amazing these days. But all I know is one of the things that made me stop following his artwork and not really want to talk to him anymore was he kept on making the excuse. He was like, man, if I had a Cintiq, which is the really expensive Wacom drawing tablet, he was like, if I had a Cintiq, I would be this good. And I was like, no, you suck without it, you're gonna suck with it. And I don't know, it just seems like such an excuse. Not for you, I'm not saying that, I'm talking about this guy. It was such an excuse for him to not want to improve just because he didn't have the particular tool that he wanted. So anytime somebody says, oh, I don't have Copics or whatever, I can't draw this, I like to just say that you can. You just got to put in a little bit more work and a little bit more focus. And be patient. I like to work in toned grays, so they're not actually all completely grayscale. You're talking like fully colored? I have a few, I just don't care for it. One thing I've realized was I'm much stronger with my sense of like shading and my sense of value. Ooh, brand new. I'm much stronger with my sense of shading and my sense of value using toned grays than I am using like colors. So that's why I work with what I'm best with. I mean, I've practiced with colors, I just think my result looks better this way. So that's what I do. I don't think I have any colored drawings on me at the moment. As we go through the old portfolio, we'll see what we got. Throw mad shade at that guy. Alright, and you know what? I'll take it a step further. Another reason I straight up just don't really care for him anymore is, so he was like, and I'm only bringing this up because I don't want you guys to be like this. He started just complaining about, well, if I had a Cintiq, I'd be a better artist, you know, and he's like, well, a lot of the female artists I know have Cintiqs because they got boobs and people donate them money. And I was like, oh, dude, come on. Basically what I'm saying is hashtag don't be Mike. Hashtag don't be Mike. That's it. Louis C.K. released a new stand-up special on Netflix. It's not that good. This is a, you ready for it? This paper that I'm using is a Strathmore Bristol 100 pound 9x12. Well, to elaborate on what you just said, Kitty. Kitty said that you yell at people when they say they can't draw. I go kind of the other way around. When somebody tells me that they wish they can draw or that they can't draw, my response is always, well, have you tried drawing? They say, yeah. I'm like, how long did you try? Like, I don't know, a day or one drawing? I'm like, well, of course. You could throw a basketball around for 20 minutes and be like, oh, I suck at this, and then quit, right? So drawing's like anything else. And, you know, I work a lot of conventions, so I interact with a lot of younger people. And I make it a very important point to tell them, you can, you're just choosing not to. You can get better, you're just choosing not to. Yeah, I never like yell or put people down about that kind of stuff though, because people are very touchy and sensitive. Hashtag don't be Mike. Yeah, I prefer working in grayscale. Well, I liked working in toned grays more than anything. So with this one, we definitely cleaned up the hair a lot. I was able to fix a lot of the flat, or the problems with the shirt. It was too reflective. So we're able to flatten it out because it's a fucking cotton shirt, right? I didn't even shade the skirt. I just went with a flat color with that. Lazy. But I think we're gonna, I think we'll call it with this one because we touched it up enough so that it looks better than it did before. But you know what? Let me do something. Well, I think this is the best we can do with it. A lot of the ink that's underneath it is actually really hard to manipulate right now. So I think we'll call it on this one. I really wanted to just fix the hair, which I'm pretty happy with, all things considered. I think we can add some highlights to it though. Okay. So this is fine. It's as good as it can get. For now. I think this one is okay. This Captain Atom looks okay. Or it just has some blending issues that I'm going to try and fix. But for the most part, this one is pretty good for what I wanted from it. So these are a mixture of old commissions that people never picked up and just things that I drew for fun. I have looked away from the chat for too long. I don't know what y'all are talking about. Leave me out of it. Using more aggressive shading will do this drawing some good. A little bit darker in places. When someone buys my artwork online, do I send it rolled up in a tube or do I send it in a box? For commissions or for anything traditionally drawn like this, I don't roll them up because you damage them that way. For like my really big posters that are printed on slightly, like thinner paper, yeah, I roll it up. But these are not rolled up. How long have I had these before doing the touch-ups? Years. It spans from like 2015, so this one's 2015 to like recently, so some of them are quite old. I have been using this one white marker, this white pen, the Jelly Roll. I've been using it for at least a year and a half, and it still hasn't run out on me. Okay. So that one just needed a little bit of touch up, but I think it's okay. Just a little bit on this one. Whoops, close the chat. Give me a second. Okay. Gonna go refill my coffee. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Can you hear me? All right. All right, so with this one, I did this, I don't know, it had to be 2015 when I did this one, which, by the way, actually looks pretty solid for 2015. I actually like how it looks in terms of Princess bubblegum. It's the shading on it's really subtle, and I like how that looks. What I don't like is the background. That's awkward. And it's going to be tough because it's a mixture of cool grays and neutral grays. So I think I'm going to go and switch over to the Mr. Wide marker here, the Fat Copic, which I love. I'm going to switch over to that, and I think I'm going to just fill the entire background with this darkness, and then we're going to, yeah, we'll fill it all in with this. We're going to really saturate the background, and then we'll see what we could fill in using the white gel pen after that. Forrest asks, have I tried any other brand of markers? I've played around with Prismacolors. I've worked, of course, when you start off, you work with Sharpies and Bic. I've played around with, I can't remember what they were called, but I played with them at a convention I was at, and I didn't really like them. Sorry, I can't remember what they were called. Copics are my favorite. There's a reason everyone uses them. Oh, you're talking about that loud ass noise in the... Okay. Alright, you're talking about that loud ass noise that came from the the kitchen when I went to go get the coffee. Yeah, I dropped a fork onto a plate. Because I mixed my coffee with a fork. Alright. Whew. Yeah, so to go over this old ink, I'm going to have to really, really saturate. Just really drown the paper in the ink. I mix it with a fork because a fork mixes better than a spoon. When you're trying to mix dough or batter, do you spin it with a ladle or do you spin it with a fucking whisk? Use a whisk. It's the same thing. A spoon is like a ladle and a fork is like a whisk. And I learned this when trying to mix protein powder. I don't know if you've ever tried to mix really shitty protein powder into milk, but it doesn't really work very well often. If you take a fork and you mix with a fork instead of a spoon, I guarantee you it's going to mix better. Are you sure? Like, there should be a little red circle that will take you to the live part of the stream. Like, maybe you clicked on something and it slowed down, or you paused it for a second or something. There should be a little red circle. If you tap that, it'll take you to the live section of it. Oh, I heard about Invader Zim. That is amazing. Okay. Woo! I was a little triggered by the craziness of the background. I don't believe in censorship. I think you can say anything around kids that you can around adults. The only reason I don't is because some parents don't like it, and I wouldn't want to interfere the way somebody's raising their kid. But I believe that you should be able to say anything you want around whoever you want. No, I don't think kids. So, in regards to that, I know you're joking around, but no, you shouldn't. Kids shouldn't go around saying to each other like, "Oh, fuck off" and all that, you know. But to just be like, these certain words in the language are taboo. Like, you can't say Voldemort. You know, like that. Just in regards to language itself, the only thing that makes bad words bad are the meaning that the parents or people in general put behind it. So like, the only reason fuck is a bad word is because like people think it's a bad word and parents tell their kids not to do it even though they're gonna fucking do it anyway. But in regards to specifically what you said, no, kids shouldn't say that to anyone in general, because, or anyone shouldn't say that to anyone else in general, because that's like rude. So anyway, no, but that's the thing, Kitty. See, you don't think hell, damn, and bitch are bad words. You don't think that, but other people will, in the same way that I don't think saying fuck is that bad, but some people do. You know, the line to everything is always subjective based on the person. That's why I think as long as you're not trying to hurt somebody else with your words, as long as you're not trying to fuck with someone or hurt somebody else, especially in like comedy, then it should be okay to say whatever you want. Whoops. You know what I find really interesting? This is like kind of off topic, but kind of on topic. Isn't it weird how parents, and I know this is like kind of off topic, but isn't it weird how parents are expected to lie to their kids about things like Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny or things like that? No, don't, or hide like things like sex from them, you know, just like shield them from everything until a certain age. Okay, so background. Let me look up some reference pictures and see what to put on the background. Hey, Yaya's art. Thanks, Yayas. Not sure what to do. Might have been better had I gone one value lighter in regards to the shading. Captain Fantastic, I have not. It almost looks like she's underwater now, which was a mistake. We'll just go with this. Whoops, we'll just go with this aesthetic. Just generic background aesthetic. Solid color with some design on it. I know what I'm gonna do. Okay. Let's get this out of the way. I have a new troll on my channel. I haven't had a consistent troll on my channel for a good long time. It's been a few months. But now I have somebody who automatically dislikes everything I upload like the moment I upload it. Which means somebody went through the effort of subscribing to me, hitting the bell, and then going to my video as soon as I upload something just to dislike it. That is effort. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really, like, getting a bunch of dislikes doesn't really bother me. I don't really care. It's just, it just baffles me sometimes how quick they get on it. Like, wow, you must have absolutely nothing to do. It's so strange. So, what's everyone been up to today? Have you guys been productive? What's going on? What's up, Goth Core? Stuff's in the mail, by the way. Yeah, no cancer is always good. Oh well, she doesn't, so. I am in the U.S. No. Yeah, I'm in California. Okay, that's good enough. Just wanted to add a little design to it. We need to add a little bit more here. Oh, this was fun. Drawing a bunch of lines. This is actually a really good exercise for your line work. Get a piece of paper, get your pen or pencil, right? Make a line, and then see if you can draw another line. Whoops. See if you can make another. Come on. See if you can make another line parallel to it. And make one parallel to that. And make one parallel to that. Go ahead and try it. It's a lot harder than it looks. Okay, so we're done with this. Should we leave it like that or keep going? Should we keep going? Just add more and more and more? We'll go a little bit more. Okay, we're gonna stop right there on this one because I think it's fine. So there's this drawing of Miku from like very, very long ago. Then I have this Power Girl from a long time ago too. I'm just gonna pull out all the ones that we're gonna work on. Jeez, I don't even know if I could save some of these ones. I have this Chun-Li from very, very, very long ago, early 2015. And then I have this Rhyperior here, and that should be mid 2015. Yeah, so these four are the last ones we're going to work on. So I think we'll start with Rhyperior. I think I used that should be a cool gray. I'm going to pull up cool grays right now. I'm going to go ahead and use the chisel tip on it. So this was early to mid 2015, I believe I did this one. You can see I was already starting to experiment with grays, different tones of grays. Hey, Meister Congo. I'm doing an Overwatch drawing like right now. I'm working on it. I'm not doing it live because doing it live really slows me down. It's going to be a drawing of all the heroes in a single image. So the reason it's taking me a long time to do it is I'm trying to draw it in the 5-point perspective, so that really aggressive perspective that you guys have been seeing in my artwork the past couple of weeks. That's how I'm drawing it. Because I go to conventions and plenty of people have drawn that before, where they draw all the champions, all the Overwatch characters. Like, that's been done. So if for mine to stand out, it has to just be better than the ones. Better or different, or both, than the ones that people have released so far. The only way I'm going to do that is if I take it to that next level, you know what I'm saying? I'm recording it though. I'll put up the speed paint for it, but I'm not going to be drawing it live, basically what I'm saying. I think your English is fine. 5 point is hard. Yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky when you have a whole bunch of characters and you need to keep them all in proper perspective. That's where the real trick happens. Do I like anime? I do like anime. I don't watch a lot of it these days because I don't make time for it. But I'm definitely an anime fan. Oh, sweet. Yeah. Just have them email me, and you can see I'm touching it up, so it's going to look even better. Then we mess with some warm grays. It's too dark? No, that's not too dark. It's perfect. That Cowboy Bebop movie? I love Cowboy Bebop, but that movie was, like, unnecessary. It was cool to see the characters again, but what did that movie really do, you know? Oh, speaking of which, I watched Ghost in the Shell yesterday. Just on a whim, went to the movies and watched Ghost in the Shell. I'm not going to spoil it, because I know it kind of just came out, and I know some of you are going to want to watch it. So I won't spoil it. Live action Death Note? Yeah, there's one that came out a long time ago, and then I know they're making a new one for Netflix. Oh yeah, I never got around to watching the Attack on Titan live action, but yeah, you're right. I hear it's just so bad. How do you mess that up? Everything you need, all the entire formula is right in front of you for a good live action Attack on Titan. Everything is right in front of you. Oh, crack. Shin Godzilla. I didn't watch it, but I heard it was good. Or are you talking about the new American Godzilla? I played Pokemon Moon. I did not care for that game. So my problem with Pokemon Moon, or Sun and Moon, was it's so directed at noobs, excuse me, beginners for Pokemon, like newcomers to the game, right? That's what Pokemon Sun and Moon were made for. Probably people who are hopping on the Pokemon Go, right? And that's totally fine, but there's just nothing in there for older players. Because I'm like biased when I go into Pokemon. I'm biased because I'm like, okay, I already know what I'm getting into. You guys already won me over. When I bought the game, they already won me over. So the fact that I could play the game and it loses me because they had me right when I started because I love Pokemon so much. The fact that they can lose me along the way with that game is really bad. I found myself just thinking about other things as I was getting through that game. And I wasn't even like taking my time with it. I like shotgun through that game. Do I have an Instagram? I do. The link to my Instagram is on the bottom left of your screen. Unless you weren't talking to me, then I don't know. No, it's not a big deal. Ed Sheeran's new album. I have not, actually. Another thing I haven't made time for. How is it? Oh wait. I don't know if it was you who told me, but I believe somebody said it was very generic. I can't remember if that was you that told me that move, but somebody told me that his new album was like the most generic thing ever. W6. Oh, you absolutely love it. Okay, that wasn't you then. Clearly. You don't listen to big artists like Megan Trainor? Hashtag fat shaming. I listen to everything. I don't I don't not listen to something based on genre. I will not listen to something if the song sucks. Like if the music is good, I don't care what genre it is. That's why my travel my travel playlist consists of a little bit of everything. Rap to country to anime music to It's looking a little better, huh? Oh, it was so unpolished before. It was bothering me. I think this Rhyperior has bothered me for like, when did I finish it? 2015. It's probably bothered me for like a year and a half. It's supposed to be performing the Fire Blast, but whatever floats your boat. I think I did this with a brush pen. Now that I'm looking at the lines. Rookie level Chris trying to use a brush pen. Oh yeah, I know it didn't look like bad before, but like you said, it just wasn't as good. It wasn't as polished. Alright, almost done with this one. Hey, Derpso. Well then, I guess he's getting hit by a fire blast. However you wanna see it. It's interpretive art. It could mean anything you want it to mean. Looking better? Yeah, I am using Copics. Pretty cool. Looks alright. Looks better than before, that's for damn sure. Okay, so that one's good. Put you aside. We have 3 more that we're going to touch up. 3 tricky ones. We'll do this one. This is Power Girl. I don't even know if this one's worth touching up because it's so, like, generic. And this was, like, so sketchy. I'm not going to waste my time with this one. I'm going to throw this one away. No, I'm not going to throw it away, but it's kind of like, what am I going to do with it? It's just a bust shot, like, whatever. We'll see what we can do with this. Her anatomy is all fucked up, which is going to make this really hard. Her hand's all messed up. So that's the thing. This one was early 2015, very, very early 2015. So we'll see if we could salvage this, because the anatomy is really, really off. The coloring is really weak. Good thing I went really light, so this gives me the option to, you know, kind of go over it. I'm going to have to fix some of the line work. Let's see what we can do here. Oh boy, this is gonna be a real fixer-upper. All right, let's see what we can do here. I'll roll up the sleeves and see what we can do here. Damn, that came out nice. That right here. I are a fan of it. No, I believe that I can salvage this enough using colors and trickery. It won't be perfect, but I think we can definitely save this one. Let's see. How do I go about it? How am I going to go about it though? Is the question. Okay, so the first thing that we should fix is the shading. Then after the shading, we're going to fix the line art. So, we'll put these aside for now. I'm making a mess here. I'm going to clean up my workspace just a little bit before we move forward. Okay. So we'll start with the hair. We'll proceed as normal, and we'll start with the hair. So this weekend, I'm working in San Francisco, California for the Cherry Blossom Festival, the Northern California Cherry Blossom Festival. And they're going to be straight up real Japanese people there. So I can't be coming up there with like some weak ass artwork, you know what I mean? Because I don't need that I don't need a bunch of Japanese people in my life. So they're like, oh, you see this guy? Yeah, he's okay. He's okay. He's not that good. Yeah, you heard me. Fucking pen. Recharge. What the hell? So the area that I'm working this weekend for the Cherry Blossom Festival is in between two Pokestops, which means I'll be sitting at a table for over 10 hours, spinning two Pokestops at a time for 2 days in a row. Sick. We'll let that soak for a minute. Get access to it again. Ah, nice. Genji, nice. Oh, come on, don't. Yeah. Here's here's something that I heard the other day. Um, are you a professional artist? Uh, Meister Congo? The question is, are you a professional artist? Like, is this what you do for a living? Is this what you want to do for the rest of your life? You know? So, think about that, right? So, and it's like, because that's what I want. And I heard this really, really dope quote the other day. And if you don't want the same thing somebody else wants, why the fuck do you care what they have? You know? So, when certain artists, I just want to be the best artist when I walk into a room. Some artists want to make a bunch of money, some artists want to be really popular. So it's like, decide what you want, and if that person next to you has something else that you don't have, if they don't want the same thing as you, you shouldn't care about how good they are. But yeah. Not to say I'm like super good or anything. I'm just that was just my little tidbit of the day. Do you, Meister, do you post your work anywhere? Okay. Um, type in your Instagram handle. I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna follow you. I'm gonna keep an eye on you. I want to see what you put up. What's your Instagram? I mean, if you don't mind me asking, of course. If you don't want to put it up, it's cool. Yeah, man, you know. I need to make a Tumblr. Like, I need to be on everything. I use YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, DeviantArt, Twitter, Art Amino, Pokemon Amino, Anime Amino. I think I'm in like 20 different Google Plus groups where I post up my artwork, and a bunch of Facebook groups where I post up my artwork. So I get it out there, but it's still not enough. Rough times, man. There's only so much attention out there. Well, the reason I use all the social media is because you reach more people. I'd rather reach 1,000 people and have my work stolen than reach 10 people and nobody care about it. Steal my fucking artwork all like people could steal it all they want. I'll keep producing new stuff. And they can keep stealing it, but I'll keep producing new stuff. I'm not going to let the fear of my work getting stolen, like, interfere with my productivity. Alright, so then we're going to, like I mentioned before, one of the things that I used to not like to do is go really dark. That's why a lot of this is really, really, really light. So we're going to find the shadows now. We're going to find all the dark spots. And that should really make it pop. And then afterwards, after we find the shadows, I'm going to clean up a lot of the line work, and then we'll clean up the background. So, bear with me as I get through this. You know, the world we live in, that's just, No, I get it. Like, Kitty, I'm not saying that that's wrong. The way you do it, however you want to run your ship, that's totally up to you because you know it better than anyone else. I'm saying for me, I couldn't do that. I need my work, like, out there. I need it to be in everyone's face. That's why I'm posting up content. Like, I told you, I try to post content on my fucking YouTube channel, like, every day. And a lot of people say that's a bad idea. But I don't care. It's just like, I have so much stuff I want to put out there that if I don't do it, I feel bad. I'm like, I have all these ideas, I have all these things that I want to do, and I just want to put it out there. So that's why I use so much social media, and that's why I'm always like uploading. I'm always drinking coffee. Have you guys noticed that every time I live stream, I'm either drinking coffee or I pause the live stream to get coffee every single time? I'm pretty sure my blood pressure is... Well, actually, I know for a fact my blood pressure is bad. I went to the doctor a couple of weeks ago, and they were like, oh, your blood pressure used to be really good. It's really bad now. What happened? Oh, no, I didn't go to the doctor. I went to go donate blood. Okay, I went to go donate blood, and then they have to check your... Naturally, they have to check your blood pressure before they can take it from you. And they were like, your blood pressure's a little high. I was like, yeah, that's what happens. No, Derpso, I like, that's why I put it online, so that people can use it. I don't, I mean, however people want to protect their artwork, I'm totally down with that. You know, a lot of people like to put giant watermarks on it. That, I'm like, I get it. That's totally cool. For me, I'll just put the DeviantArt watermark and then artwork by, put my name on it, and then just call it a day. If somebody's going to steal it, they're going to steal it. people steal movies and music. You don't see singers in studios stopping making movies and albums. So Moof says that Pokemon drawing took like 20 years off my life. I am pretty sure that is not an exaggeration. I have I have def- I have done, I believe, irreparable damage to myself by doing those Pokemon drawings. Um, to my blood pressure, to just like my sleep schedule, still's not back to normal. I've done some kind of serious damage to myself that I'm sure will surface when I get older. But that's cool. Sick of this fucking planet anyway. No. This is gonna be tricky. Oh, phone's dying. Great. So I have the LG G5. Phone is really bad. I liked it a lot when I first got it. And naturally, as time goes on, you start seeing more and more of its flaws. Battery's garbage. It has two cameras that are both a little lackluster. It has a really wide angle camera on it, and your fucking cell phone review has a really wide angle camera on it, but the resolution on it's a secondary camera, so the resolution on it's like garbage. So essentially, you get a phone that's not as groundbreaking or innovative as like what Apple tries to do, and it's not as good as a Galaxy, and it's just as expensive. So I would not recommend getting an LG phone in the future, if any of you are interested. This drawing is a mess. If I do upgrade my phone this year, it's going to be for the Galaxy Note 8. Assuming all the quote leaked specifications for it are true, that's the phone that I'm going to get this year. Later on in the year, I think it comes out during the third quarter of the year. At least here in the States, it comes out during the third quarter. So I'm just going to wait for that. Yeah, I also prefer drawing traditional. I used to be all about that digital life. I don't know. I just like the way my Copic markers look. They're just so pretty. See, the values are off. I'm gonna go shade darker with the skin. Oh boy, fixing this is gonna suck. It's gonna be dark here. The light's coming this way, so all the darkness will be over here. I might have to manually add in shade or highlight using my gel pen. Probably how I'm going to have to do it. Hey Josiah, thanks for coming through again. Appreciate it. All right, Meister. Thank you for dropping by. I appreciate it. I followed you on Instagram. If you didn't notice, I'm gonna check up on you, make sure that you're working. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. Oh no, not yet. So the skin I think is done. Nope, not yet. Okay, so the skin's done. Put this away. Next, we're gonna be using some cool toned grays to do the suit. Do her suit. And then we're gonna go in with inks. Or we're gonna go in with the line and try and fix the lines here. It's nice that I put that blue under it, because that should shine. That should come through the toned blue that I'm going to be applying, or the toned gray, rather. So there is a lesson in all this, okay? In redoing these old drawings. The lesson is, don't overvalue your drawings for yourself. Like, If somebody wants to buy your work, yeah, value it, right? But if it's just kind of sitting around, don't be afraid to try stuff on it because you never know how you might improve it. A lot of people are scared of like messing up a drawing because they're like, oh shit, I'm not going to be able to do this again. But that's not the case. Like if you're good, if you know what you're doing, like if I completely fucked up this Chun-Li drawing, yeah, it's old, but even if it were something new and I messed it up, like irreparably messed it up because I tried something, that's okay. Because if the skill is there, then you could just do it again, right? I mean, it's gonna suck because you got to use up the time to do it again, but the point is that you can. Yeah, so don't hold any particular drawing very precious, because if you draw it once, then in theory you should be able to do it again, right? Or else it was just a fluke. And if you rely on flukes for your artwork, you're not that good, are you? There you go. That's my my lesson for the day. Shoot. Phone's dying. Let me plug in. Do I have a plan for another 24-hour live stream? Not planned. I mean, that does sound fun. Boy, that does sound fun. But I currently don't have any planned. No. Well, I mean, if I do a 24-hour live stream, I could do work while I'm streaming. Like, if I have commissions to do, I could do that while I stream. So then it's like double productive. Hey Ian, yeah, email me at, I'm typing my email right now. Email me at that email if you're interested in getting the Rhyperior. I'll give you the price there. Just when you email me, just remind me who you are. So, because this is in the foreground, it actually should be a bit darker. Right here. Oh no, normally we have like a massive delay. Like a whole minute. Whoops. Control Z. Interesting. Yeah, I told you, every single drawing that I've ever put up here on YouTube has some mistake in it. Some are obvious, some are not. Okay, so it's darkened up a bit, so the values are looking better. Definitely a bit of an upgrade already. We're not going to get around to coloring Miku today. It's because I'm running out of time. I got a lot of shit to do. But we will finish Chun-Li. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and do some surgery with the micron pens and see if we can't clean her up a little bit. First, let me swig my coffee. Oh boy, I'll take the glasses off for this one. No, that's bad. Okay, so where to fucking start? I noticed this arm is really, really long, but since it's a little foreshortened towards us, I'm gonna thicken up the lines a lot. I'm gonna bring it inwards in here to kind of make it look smaller. The line, the original line that was here, I'm gonna thicken it up, but I'm gonna thicken on the inside of it, so it's gonna kind of shrink the size of the arm. And because it looks long, we want to make it a little taller, so I'll work the lines outside of this bottom one, make it look thicker, which in turn will make it look less like crazy long. That's what she said. I didn't say I was gonna do one anytime soon. I just said, like, I would like to, because that sounds like a good idea. Alright, so the waist is looking really small, so we're going to have to widen that up a lot. Come on, move. I'm pretty sure that is not the most immature thing that I've said on a live stream. have to really exaggerate the line weight here. Early 2015. Touch up the eyes a little bit. Oh, the fitness channel that I never post on. Oh, my Artist Alley review channel? Yeah, right? Her forehead is really, really high. I think that's what's bothering me. I'm going to drop it down just a little bit. Let's see. It's looking heaps better than it was before. So regards to the background now, I like the swirl that I had going on. So we're going to keep that. We're just going to not be so fucking lazy about it. Go N2 and N0. Not bad? Alright, so I need N0 and N2. Is the side of her palm wide? What do you mean? Yeah, I think I've mentioned about 40 times that there's a lot of proportion issues in this drawing. So, I mean, yeah, it's definitely a little long, but I mean, what am I gonna do? Like, that's. I can't bring that in anymore. Like, I just can't. I could shorten the pinky a little bit, because that looks a little long. Wow. Hmm. Just gonna use the Iron Fist. So what's everyone up to this weekend? Almost done with this drawing, so I figured we'll start with our conclusion topics. What is everyone doing this weekend? Turkey, oh wow. The hell? I already got the email. I just haven't responded because I'm doing this, but I'll respond as soon as I'm done with the stream. Yeah, just well, you have my email and everything. We can deal with that. When it comes to like addresses and stuff, deal with that over email because that's like the best way to do it. You have my email, or my Facebook, or message me here on YouTube. Okay, so is that looking a little bit better than before? Just a little bit. Still a little wonky, but definitely a lot better than it was before. Alright, so I'm going to go respond to some emails and stuff. If you guys have any last questions, go ahead and shoot them at me now, because we're going to be logging off. I want to thank everybody for coming through to the stream. I know it was kind of last minute. That's, I guess, how all my streams are. Alright everyone, thanks for dropping by. If you haven't subscribed already, be sure to do that. And if you're subscribed, be sure to hit that bell so you always get a notification for when I live stream or upload a video. All my social media links are in the description. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye. When am I going to stream again? I have no idea. Alright guys.